What's up, everyone? Welcome to Blue Goose Gizmos, where we enjoy all things gaming as Christians seeking to honor God. My videos so far have mostly been kind of focused on more of the negative stuff, things to avoid in gaming as a Christian. And so I wanted to make one that was really more what this channel is supposed to be about, which is enjoying all things gaming, as I just mentioned. So that's what this video is going to be. This is what am I playing rather than what am I not playing. What am I playing? What am I enjoying? And what might I play next? So, what am I playing? It's kind of an odd one. It's a weird one. You probably haven't heard about it, I'm going to say. It's a game called Tears of the Kingdom. Wow. Yeah, obviously, I think if you're watching this channel, I'm sure you know about this game. It is the latest installment. Actually, I don't even know if it's the latest installment. It's the latest major installment of The Legend of Zelda. I think Echoes of Wisdom has come out since this one. But yeah, the latest major installment in the Zelda franchise. I played Breath of the Wild. I started it in 2018. I don't know when I actually got around to finishing it. But Breath of the Wild was actually my first Zelda game, and it was what got me back into gaming as an adult. It's really what kind of started it all for me. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it once I figured out kind of how to do it, which I'll explain. What I mean by that is
I'm an idiot.
I really didn't have much experience with like an open world like that. To be honest, the reason it took me so long to finish was I started it and then I kind of lost direction. I honestly didn't really know how to follow objectives. I didn't know how to progress, how to use the resources the game gave me. So eventually I kind of stopped knowing what I was supposed to do next, and I put it down for a while, and then I picked it back up and kind of figured that out, or YouTubed it or Googled it if I needed to, if there was something I was stuck on, and that really helped me enjoy it. That sounds kind of crazy. I know, especially for a lot of you, if you've been playing games like that since you were a kid, I probably sound kind of dumb, but it is what it is. So yeah, really, really love that. So I was super excited when Tears of the Kingdom was coming out, and I am really enjoying it. I will say this is not like a full-on review because I have not finished it. This is just kind of my thoughts off the cuff. I am really enjoying it, loving playing it, having a great time with it. It is not hitting the same for me as Breath of the Wild did, to be honest. I think that is the same experience a lot of people have had. I think a lot of people are of that same opinion. I think some people love it more. Some people genuinely think it's a better game. And honestly, objectively, I don't know. It might be a better game. It's just not hitting for me the same way that Breath of the Wild did. But I think a lot of that is Breath of the Wild's always just going to hold a special place for me because it's what got me back into gaming. And it's just such a well done game. But I am really enjoying it. I do love the gameplay. I love the mechanics. I think I'm less of a fan of how they introduced some of the special abilities as opposed to how they did it in Breath of the Wild. I don't love the way I don't want to spoil too much. I know it's not a new game, but I remember I was listening to a podcast and they spoiled a major plot point in Horizon Zero Dawn, excuse me, which is a very old game, but I still haven't finished it. And it was just very unexpected. They didn't say that they were going to spoil it. They just kind of let this big thing slip, and that was kind of a huge bummer for me. I know I've had all the time in the world to play that game, and I still haven't finished it. So kind of on me, but also should have given me a heads up. Anyway, so I don't want to do that to anybody. Even though it's not a new game, I'm going to do my best not to spoil things. So anyway, the way they do some of the special abilities, I like the way they did it in Breath of the Wild better. but I love the extra exploration. After Breath of the Wild, I wanted more of that world, and that's exactly what they gave us. So I am pretty happy about that. I love getting to explore more, having more area on the map to discover. So I'm really enjoying that. Like I said, I'm having a great time with it. Just let's look at it through a Christian lens. What are some things to look out for? It's pretty clean. It's a Zelda game. They're not usually that bad. Some things, I guess, to watch out for, depending on your level of conviction, your level of sensitivity, and then also I'd say really the biggest thing you're going to run into is just if you're looking at this for one of your kids, if you have younger kids, then something to watch out for, I guess, especially for a child. You're going to have maybe some imagery or monsters that can be a little frightening for a younger audience. So you want to watch out for that. For an older kid or an adult, obviously it's very cartoony. Even the scary sequences are, it's very cartoony. It's really not that scary, but for a younger audience, it might be a little unsettling in some places. As far as language, there isn't any that I know of. I haven't come across any. It's Zelda. Dialogue's very clean. I will say a couple of the female characters, they have made very feminine. And by that I mean their clothing or the way that they're drawn is maybe a little, I hesitate to even say over-sexualized, but I suppose a little bit. So depending on how sensitive you are to that may be a problem for you. For me, it's not, because one, it's very cartoony. I guess think kind of like Princess Jasmine in Aladdin. Slightly revealing, but very cartoony and not super in your face. Nothing explicit. And in this especially, even I can really only think of 2 characters so far where they've done it. I'm sure there's more. Someone out there will know that there's more. But there's really 2 main ones I'm thinking about, and you don't see a lot of them anyway. It's not in your face all the time. But it is there. So keep that in mind. Violence. It is an adventure game. So you're going to be killing monsters and and even some people, I guess, in the Yiga clan. I think those are people. So, but there's no blood. Very mild as far as what it actually shows. And very cartoony. So it is an action adventure game. You're really not going to have one of those without any kind of violence, but it's very mild. So again, if you are extremely sensitive to that kind of thing and you just prefer no violence, then yes, it is in there. But it is not bad. Another thing to watch out for that I almost forgot about is if you are someone who is particularly sensitive to something like mythology, if that is upsetting or offensive to you, then just know that kind of stuff is in this game. We're talking about a fictional world that has their own, they have their own deities. So you are going to be interacting with some goddesses. That's how you trade things and get more heart containers and things like that. So if that is something that is offensive to you or upsetting to you, just know that is in there. For me, that does not bother me. I have no issue, frankly, with mythology and with fictional depictions of things of that nature. But if you are sensitive to that, if that offends you, then that is in there. So just be aware of that going in. So I'm really loving my time with it. I have no idea how much longer it'll take me. I have done 3 of the 4 temples. I have not really I have not illuminated most of the depths, so got a lot to go there. I would like to. I'm not worried about 100%ing the game like I think I felt. Not that I did 100% Breath of the Wild, but I definitely had more of a drive to get a lot more of that game done. This one, I just really want to get through the main story, and I would like to have all of the map uncovered. So I definitely want to do that. But I'm not necessarily worried about, doing all the side quests or even finding all of the shrines or any of that. So we'll see. We'll see what I do with that. But I'm enjoying my time, and yeah. So let's talk about some games. What might I play next? What am I excited about? The top of my list that I'm really excited about and want to play really badly is Pragmata. I think probably all of you have heard about that one. It looks absolutely incredible to me. It's a Capcom game. Everybody's going crazy for it, and it looks so good. And I've also heard that it's not super long, so it's a really great story. Really cool gameplay and not super long, so something that especially someone with limited time can actually get through and not get bogged down. So I really want to try it. I don't know if that's actually what I'm going to play next, because quite frankly, I don't have that game, and my budget is limited. I gotta think about spending money. So I'll probably actually end up playing something that I already have. I have a ton of games that I have not played, or if I've played them, I have not finished. So I'll probably go back and finish something first, something that I already have. Probably several things, actually, before I spend money on a new game. Who knows? I don't know. I know I started and have played a lot of Sea of Stars. I've really enjoyed my time in that one. But again, that's one that I have not finished, so I may go back and finish that. I think I mentioned in another video, I started Jedi Fallen Order, and I have not finished that, so I may go back and finish that one. Horizon Zero Dawn. There's a lot of games that I have not finished, which is something that I'm hoping to, I want to kind of rethink how I play games, especially with this channel. I'd like to be better about finishing games. I have a bad habit of kind of just jumping around with games. I just play whatever tickles my fancy in the moment. I will just go and start that. But that's how I have started 100 games and finished very few. So I think I would like to move more towards just sticking with one game until I finished it. So that's what I'm hoping to do. So I'm staying focused on Tears of the Kingdom right now until I get that finished, and then we'll see. But yeah, let me know what games you guys are playing in the comments. Let me know what you think about them. Hopefully this was interesting in some way for some of you. Maybe you don't care at all. If not, then I'm sorry. I suppose if you don't care, then you're probably not still here. So, but if you are, sorry for making you listen to me ramble. But yeah, there you have it. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.